Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for UBC's weekly news roundup on the 2nd of August 2026 with me, Moureen Babirye. Let's get right into it. Now, earlier this week, President Museveni called for stronger collaboration between Uganda and the United Kingdom in public health, pharmaceutical manufacturing and medical research. Meeting a British delegation at State House in Entebbe, the President said disease prevention remains Uganda's most effective and affordable healthcare strategy, citing immunization, proper nutrition, safe water, hygiene and behavioral change as key interventions. He noted that while Uganda has made significant progress against communicable diseases, attention is now shifting to non-communicable illnesses such as cancer, diabetes and hypertension. The President also urged British pharmaceutical companies to invest in Uganda, saying the country offers opportunities for vaccine and medicine production. He highlighted ongoing research into traditional medicine and called for partnerships to support commercial production through investment, technology and patent development. The visiting delegation, led by Uganda's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Her Excellency Nimisha Madvani, included Chair of the UK All-Party Parliamentary Group, Honourable Bessie Cooper, members of the Ugandan diaspora working in Britain's health sector. Honourable Cooper commended Uganda's handling of recent disease outbreaks and pledged to encourage British pharmaceutical firms to explore investment opportunities in Uganda, particularly in vaccine and medicine manufacturing. She also said the UK could learn from Uganda's preventive approach to public health. Meanwhile, State Minister for Primary Healthcare, Dr. Charles Ayume, revealed that nearly 970 Ugandan nurses are currently working in the United Kingdom, reflecting the growing contribution of Uganda's health professionals to Britain's healthcare system. Now, in more news, Uganda has unveiled a monument in memory of Israeli Commander Lieutenant Colonel Yonatan Netanyahu at Entebbe International Airport, where he was killed during the 1976 Operation Entebbe hostage rescue mission. The ceremony was presided over by the Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, attended by government officials, diplomats, and invited guests. The memorial marks a site historically associated with the operation and is intended as a place of remembrance and reflection. Winnie Nalusiva has the details.
Today, 1st August 2026, the Chief of Uganda Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, has unveiled the monument of the late Yonatan Netanyahu, who was killed on a rescue mission on July 4th, 1976 at Entebbe Airport. The monument was officially unveiled in memory of Lieutenant Colonel Yonatan Netanyahu, who was killed while leading the 1976 mission in which more than 100 hostages were rescued. The operation remains one of the most widely discussed military rescue missions in modern history. The Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, spoke about the growing cooperation between Uganda and Israel, particularly in agriculture, technology and innovation, saying that Israel's expertise has contributed to Uganda's development, and he expressed Uganda's commitment to strengthening cooperation between the two countries.
They occurred during one of the darkest periods in our country's history. Today, however, Uganda is a constitutional democracy committed to peaceful coexistence and constructive engagement with the international community. The friendship between Uganda and Israel extends well beyond the events of 1976. Our two countries have enjoyed good relations for a long time now, founded on mutual respect and practical cooperation. Israeli experts made important contribution to Uganda's early national development in areas such as agriculture, infrastructure, education, healthcare, and defense.
The monument now stands as a tribute to courage, sacrifice, and preserves the history of Operation Entebbe, while reflecting the continued diplomatic relationship between Uganda and Israel.
Today, this memorial stands not only in remembrance of a distinguished soldier, but also as a tribute to the enduring values he embodied: courage in the face of danger, unwavering commitment to protecting innocent lives, and steadfast devotion to duty. As we gather here, we also respectfully remember the innocent hostages who lost their lives during those tragic events. They were Jean-Jacques Maimoni, Pasco Cohen, Aida Borokovich, and Dora Bloch. Dora Bloch was killed after the operation. She was in Mulago Hospital.
Olive Bilungi, the Deputy Director General of the Uganda Civil Aviation Authority, says the memorial adds historical significance to Entebbe International Airport, noting that the site attracts tourists, drawing both local and international visitors, while the airport continues to expand as a global aviation gateway.
But also recognizing the significance of this site, Uganda Civil Aviation Authority made a deliberate decision to preserve the old terminal building, including the visible marks that bear witness to the events that unfolded here 50 years ago. So this monument today, we are proud to note that Entebbe International Airport, CDF and members here, continues to undergo a huge transformation. We're in the final stages of completing the new terminal building, which will enable us to increase the passenger management from 1.5 million to 3.5 million passengers annually. We believe that with this site will connect, resonate with the new terminal building, and will be in position to host guests that come in a more efficient, more professional, and more satisfying passenger experience.
Representatives from the Israel delegation welcome the continued cooperation between Uganda and Israel.
General, I cannot close this speech without quote our President, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who summarized our relationship between our two countries in the most perfect way. He said, throughout this sacrifice, they turn a sad situation into another episode of bonding between the Holy Land and the Pearl of Africa.
Winnie Nalusiba reporting for UBC TV.
From there, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni delivered 200 million Uganda shillings owed to coffee seedling suppliers who claimed that the State Minister of Local Government, Justin Namere, did not clear. The 200 million shillings were handed over by Minister Balam Barugahara to the claimants last Thursday.
Yes.
As pledged by the State House Controller Jane Babirye on Tuesday, 28th July 2026, President Museveni has settled in cash the Masaka coffee seedlings saga.
So the President does not lie, and the President does not encourage anyone to cheat anybody. He's a very honest man and he's a caring man. So let's not drag his name. All the people working for him, as long as they are doing his assignment, again in media.
While on a government tour in Sembabule district, the Thursday, the Minister of Local Government, Balam Barugahara, has delivered the partial payment of shillings 200 million to the two claimants.
His Excellency, being a father, he has decided to clear that debt of 200 million. These young people were demanding 152 million. Then the balance of 48 million has been given to the chairman, NRM, because he also supplied his and he still has a balance with us.
The NRM chairperson from Masaka City, Bulegea Rogers and Nanyange Sisi, have thanked the President for his quick response.
President w'eggwanga Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, taata tusiimye nnyo tusiimidde ddala. Ffe twawulira omulanga ng'otugamba tubeere bakozi. Mukama waffe twabeera bakozi era ne tukola. Bwe bajja ne batusaba emmwanyi nti nno gwozi bawadde era twatwala obuvunaanyizibwa. Taata w'eggwanga agambye tuwe omubaka Justin Namere emmwanyi emitwalo 2. Taata tusiimye nnyo tusiimidde ddala ssente tuzifunye. Tetukyabandya. Twebaza Honorable Balam okutufaayo n'atugoberera mpaka lwe tufunye ssente zaffe.
Wonna tubawadde miliyoni 2. Tetwagala kuddamu kulaba katambi akagamba bulegeya simanyi na mmere yalute emwanyi nga bulegeya yazireeta emboozi ekome.
On behalf of the President, Minister Balamu has appealed to all the conflicting parties and now led State House to conclusively put this matter to rest.
This should be the end of this story. I wish you the best. I've asked the RPC to give you security to the bank so that you bank your money and you don't claim you lost the money. Actually, I will give you my own bodyguards to take you.
Robert Anyango, UBC News.
President Museveni yasasudde nga omanyi taata.
State Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, Fiona Nyamutoro, urged Ugandans to embrace clean and energy-efficient technologies which are environment-friendly. Nyamutoro was presiding over the launch of the Council of Women in Energy and Environment Leaders 2026 to 2028 Strategic Roadmap.
The Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development has reaffirmed its commitment to advancing women's leadership in Uganda's energy and mineral sector as the Council of Women in Energy and Environment Leaders, CWIL Uganda, launched its 2026-2028 strategic roadmap and signed a partnership with the Energy Efficiency Association of Uganda. The 3-year-old roadmap seeks to expand women's participation through mentorship, professional development, networking, innovation, and policy advocacy.
We have very many representatives from policy, private sector, government, ministries. We have from different associations, UNAC, we have IACRI, we have USEA, we have different women organizations.
State Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, Minerals, Fiona Nyamutoro, urged Ugandans to adopt clean and energy-efficient technologies, noting that achieving universal access to clean energy by 2040 requires collaboration between government, professional bodies, and private sector.
Speak of after the next 2 years. The Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development affirms without qualification its support for advancing women's leadership across Uganda's energy sector.
Nyamutoro said the roadmap must deliver measurable results beyond commitments, urging stakeholders to increase the number of women serving in the sector and pledged full government support.
We commit to continued dialogue and practical collaboration with CWIL and all its partners and the wider community that is gathered here. And we accept our share of the responsibility for turning today's launch into measurable results. I congratulate CWIL on reaching this milestone, and I welcome the 2026 to 2028 roadmap as a serious and necessary undertaking that we are going to build here and will be judged less by how this room feels today, but rather what changes we are able to create in the sector by the time the roadmap concludes. And I look forward to being associated to the same standard.
CWIL Chairperson Dr. Brenda Kankunda said that the roadmap will strengthen partnerships that empower women and youth to lead, innovate, and benefit from opportunities in Uganda's energy transition.
To see how we can create, develop, and design projects together that cut across women and youth with a focus on energy and environment, because we know that there are so many gaps that still exist, for instance, underrepresentation of women and youth in leadership, and also the low access to clean energy that is affecting very many people, both health-wise, climate change, and also increasing the energy poverty. So together, we want to design projects which include skilling, capacity building for the young people in different universities and those that have come out. For universities, we partner with companies for industrial placements and training for professional courses such as.
We need to make sure that they find their ways in the communities, because that's where the majority is, and that's where we need them to be formed.
Shiba Nanteza and Proscovia Chontawaile for UBC.
The Minister for ICT, Information and National Guidance, Justin Kasule Lumumba, commended media houses for promoting and prioritizing government programs. Lumumba was chief guest at the 4th Uganda Editors Guild Convention 2026 in Jinja City, where she urged editors to uphold professionalism by avoiding misleading headlines and ensuring accuracy in news reporting.
Minister for ICT, Information and National Guidance, Justin Kasule Lumumba, has commended media houses for promoting and prioritizing government programs. Lumumba was chief guest at the 4th Uganda Editors Guild Convention 2026 in Jinja City, where she urged editors to uphold professionalism by avoiding misleading headlines and ensuring accuracy in news reporting.
I'm here to say thank you, but that does not also say I'm limiting you to that, because I can't mention everything here. Because I want us to take more time discussing. As we begin a new term, we begin on new ways of working together, improving our relationship as private sector, including those in the government.
The minister also praised the media for maintaining a strong partnership and collaboration with government in advancing national development and public awareness.
This should be a beginning of a discussion. Let's open a new page and we decide today what to write on that page. That is beneficial to me. Me means government. Because it's human, you begin with yourself. You cannot give what you don't have to others. Then what is beneficial to you, but most importantly, what is beneficial to the sector and the country.
The director of the Uganda Media Center, Alan Kasuja, highlighting the significant role played by Uganda's media in promoting the country's socio-economic transformation through responsible journalism and public information.
The relationship between the media in Uganda and the government is a very important strategic relationship. We are allies, and this forum provides us an opportunity to understand each other. We are talking, we are engaging, we are sorting out our differences, and so it's a very important opportunity for us to interact with editors, because you don't find a gathering of more senior editors than this, than the ones we have in the room today.
Meanwhile, the secretary of the Uganda Editors Guild, Sylvia Nancha, called on government to harmonize the relationship between media practitioners and security agencies. She also emphasized the need to uphold the rule of law to enable journalists to perform their duties in a free and secure environment.
We have a constitution in this country. We have a number of laws that govern the profession of journalism, and international protocols that the government itself has ratified. So we know that if the constitution is followed, the international protocols are followed, and the laws of the land are followed, we are not going to have any conflicting situation.
Gertrude Naluboa, UBC.
Still, in the course of a week, leaders of West Nile asked government to expedite elevation of Arua airfield into the planned international airport. This was during the launch of the aviation route between Arua City and Entebbe Airport by AirSav.
The leaders say West Nile has high demand for aviation services. A reason there is urgent need for establishment of Arua Airport.
You are all aware that African Development Bank has allocated resources for the upgrade of Arua to international standards. This is longer awaited. Arua Airport is the second busiest in the country after Entebbe. We have all the justifications. Actually, the coming of AirSav today is the more justification that government should expedite the process of upgrading this airport to the international standard. But I want to implore our members of parliament to work very, very hard. They should work in unison to make sure that that loan is used for the intended purpose.
Management of AirSav describes Arua Road as a route that has many people who needs flights every day.
There's a need, a big need. And believe you me, Arua is the main hub for West Nile. cut across, because like the RCC mentioned, you have South Sudan, you have DRC, and you have all these different traders. The NGOs, they all converge in Arua to travel, either to Entebbe or travel by road or to do different kinds of businesses. So for us, yes, it's the time for Arua and to connect the different countries.
According to Uganda Civil Aviation Authority official, the coming of many flights shows the high need for upgrade of Arua airfield into an international airport.
But at least we have some glimpse of hope that the airport is going to be developed. And it is our prayer that this comes to pass.
One, which is my personal observation, is issues of price. You find someone coming from Switzerland all the way to Entebbe pays lesser money than someone who goes and comes just in this short distance to Kampala.
Greetings.
In a new development, mathematics teachers have called upon the government of Uganda to support mathematics contests for sustainable development of the competence-based curriculum. This has been said by Semaganda James, the National Treasurer, Uganda Mathematics Society, during the closure of the 51st Uganda Mathematics Conference at Makerere University. The chief guest, Pastor Jackson Senyonga, encouraged mathematicians to love the subject and embrace it. The mathematics conference ended with prize giving for mathematics contest winners.
Please, I request that let's celebrate the achievements of these young stars who have managed to be the top winners at the different levels. So we start with Miss Mathematics Primary Intermediate. When I say primary intermediate, this means P4, P5, all right? So the overall top winner in P4, P5, that's primary intermediate, she's Miss Nantale Michelle from Leos.
Let today and the results of today become tomorrow's motivation. And my challenge to every student here is simple. Return to your classroom with greater curiosity. Return to your books with greater determination. Return to your dreams with greater confidence. Next year, let someone else have the privilege of standing where these champions stood today.
We want to thank the parents who have taken it upon themselves to facilitate the learners to take part in the activities of the society. And we thank the schools and school administrators who have created that conducive environment for the learners to participate and sit for the national mathematics contest.
According to our registers, over 100,000 teachers from across the country, they are part of us. However, my request to the government is that they need to come in. That's my humble request in a humble way. Let the government come in and help us, because we always send participants for PAMO, and I am PAMO, that is Pan-African Mathematics Olympiad, and I am OIC International Mathematics Olympiad.
The management of Kiira College Butiki has unveiled the new Dr. P.J. Nsimwe Science Laboratories, a major investment aimed at strengthening the teaching of biology and agriculture at the school. During the unveiling, school leaders expressed concern over the persistent delays in government procurement processes, noting that these have continued to affect the timely implementation of development projects in government-aided schools across the country.
Gratifying that the old boys are here to witness the official opening of
To move a good school to a great school, you must make sure
that the relationships in the school and outside the school are excellent. And I think we achieved quite well there. I want to thank the old boys for keeping together. I think the Jabelis of this world have done quite well. They did.
The school is becoming attractive and has so many students, and we want to reduce congestion in the dormitories. We want also to uplift the learning environment to enable students learn. We are aware we have the new curriculum that is on board, that has been onboarded by the Ministry of Education. We want to ensure that we support the learning processes in the school by offering career guidance and mentorship to the students. 2-3 months, the main project is going to be the construction of the gate that has not taken shape. We expect that with renewed vigor, we should be able to construct this gate and have it complete by the end of the year. This great man.
We made sure that we started the gate project and we initiated the multi-purpose hall project where all the students have lobbied, and the government under the World Bank project is giving us that multi-purpose hall at a cost to a tune of over 7 billion, and that is a very big achievement.
The only thing we seek from government, we need improved support. Delayed procurement of your portion to the school affects our performance. But we appreciate the iron sheets which led to the elimination of asbestos was a great gesture from government. The e-learning project which is coming, please, we need it.
Now, news coming in from Eastern Uganda, the Umukuka wa Bamasaba, His Royal Highness Jude Mike Mudoma, has called on cultural and political leaders across Eastern Uganda to work together in promoting unity, environmental conservation and education as key pillars for achieving Uganda's Vision 2040 development agenda. Speaking during his 3rd coronation anniversary dinner held in Bale City, His Royal Highness urged leaders to preserve cultural heritage, strengthen cooperation among communities, and champion development initiatives that improve the livelihoods of their subjects.
Noted that environmental degradation remains a major challenge, saying cultural institutions and political leaders must prioritize environmental protection to ensure a safe climate that supports agriculture and sustainable development.
I want us as leaders, especially cultural leaders, we must take center stage on issues of climate change, because climate change is for real. So as cultural institutions, we must engage ourselves in ensuring that we address that issue.
He further emphasized that cultural institutions should remain at the forefront of preserving traditional values while promoting education, peace and socio-economic transformation among their subjects.
Promote development agenda in our kingdoms. Now, we cannot achieve all those two issues if we work in isolation. We must think of driving modernization through education and development.
The dinner attracted cultural leaders across the country, including Sabaluli Mwogezi Butamanya, who commended the Bamasaba Cultural Institution for promoting unity, preserving its cultural identity under the leadership of Umukuka Jude Mike Mudoma.
Thank you for maintaining your culture. Actually, yourself, very courageous. Actually, someone to allow him to circumcise. A circumcised one actually is dancing. Then you must be hero. You must be hero. And also to maintain that culture. You see now, they're saying with AIDS. Now it's now when we are knowing that circumcision can do something.
The Emorimori, Papa Sunday Emolot, encouraged the Bamasaba to remain united, saying peaceful coexistence is essential for sustainable development in the region.
Unity is power. Unity is strength. Unity is freedom. Because when you are united, nobody will touch you.
The colorful royal dinner drew hundreds of Bamasaba from Uganda and Kenya who applauded the Omukuka Jodi Mike Mudoma for fostering reconciliation, unity and cultural pride among his subjects. Yiga Muhammad, UBC, Mbale City.
More mothers and newborns in Kajansi are set to benefit from improved health care following the donation of life-saving medical equipment by Old Mutual Uganda and the Rotary Club under the Mama Toto program. The donation includes non-electric CPAP machines to help babies with breathing difficulties, kangaroo mother care chairs for premature infants, delivery beds, cesarean section sets, baby cots and swaddles to improve maternal and neonatal care at Kajansi Health Center 4.
The equipment is intended to reduce preventable deaths among mothers and newborns, noting that Uganda continues to lose an estimated 14 mothers and more than 80 babies every day due to complications during pregnancy and childbirth.
In the partnership that we have with Rotary, we decided to support the Mama Toto program. And this is focused mainly to support mothers to have safe deliveries, and then also to have children, enable children breathe, in other words. So some of the things that you see that have been donated all the way from these particular chairs that you see are 3, these are called kangaroo mother care chairs. And what we mean by kangaroo is that when you give birth to a child who is a premature, normally we want that baby to be on the mother. But how to get to the mother is you make the mother sit in this chair and they have their baby on their skin for a longer period of time. That helps the baby be able to, one, connect with the mother, but also the heat exchange helps the baby be warm.
Specialized training for midwives, nursing and doctors on essential newborn care and emergency obstetric care, alongside community sensitization campaigns to encourage expectant mothers to seek antenatal care and deliver at health facilities, was announced.
Part of even what the Ministry of Health has called helping babies breathe is this, what we have called, this is a CPAP machine, and which does not require electricity at all. And you can easily make adjustments on each of those pressures, because normally when a baby has lungs that are either not mature enough to breathe and they are struggling to breathe, or they have taken in things into their lungs, then such machines are helpful.
The donation is part of a nationwide initiative that has already supported several health facilities with equipment and healthcare worker training to improve maternal and newborn survival.
Thank you so much. You have provided us with so many things which are helping us to take care of our patients.
For UBC News, I am Sudat Kaye.
In more news, the National Resistance Movement's strong showing in the recent LC1 elections has been welcomed as proof of continued grassroots confidence. NRM Voluntary Task Force leader Fred Bahati praised President Museveni for appointing Juma Witamuzi as State Minister for Internal Affairs, calling it a sign of the president's commitment to grooming new leaders.
The millions of Ugandans who turned up in huge numbers, on the 28th of July to vote for the NRM flag bearers. I know there are a few pockets here and there where elections haven't, been completed, but I want to appreciate those millions of Ugandans who came out to vote and voted for the NRM flag bearers and also PLU leaning candidates for Chairman LC1. We cannot never take you for granted. We can never take it for granted. As the Chairman of the Uganda NRM PLU Voluntary Standby Task Force, I want to extend my sincere appreciations and gratitude to you. Uganda Juma Witonze, the Minister Designate of Internal Affairs, will perform beyond anyone's expectations. We are there as a team to give him all the support that he may need in carrying out his responsibilities as the minister. So I want to assure the nation, the country, that Minister Juma Witonze is going to do exceptionally well in that docket that has been assigned. So thank you so much, Your Excellency, and congratulations, my brother. Congratulations Honorable Juma, Minister, Witonze, I, Fred Bahati, I am behind you. We shall give you all the support, all the advice that you may need from us, that whenever you appoint cadres, mobilizers, like say Bahati, Juma, like you had appointed Muganga, and many others that you appointed, that gives energy, it energizes these other younger mobilizers of the NRM and PLU. Because they know, they now get the guarantee that in the near future, or in the far future, whatever it is, they will also be considered to take up such serious responsibilities.
We'll now take a short commercial break and return with more news.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mu mutima gukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, enendungu yakusabula. Mikono juu, free of fire, free of fire, free of fire.
Alo.
Yese mwami mukasa.
Mutyaneyo.
Yono broka.
Yenze broka wa mayumba.
Bangambye ne nyumba za mwenunjiko.
Kituufu. Oyagala bisenge bimeka?
Nga bisatu.
Ebbeeyi bagigambye?
Bangambye saa 5.
Nedda 7 zaali nyabuuko.
Lwaki?
Anti langi gye tusiigisa ya mulembe. Nti ne value y'ekitundu yalinnya.
Musiigisa ki?
Global Paints.
Mutya.
Ku ceiling tukozesa Global Mat. Ate munda ne tukozesa Global Silk Vinyl.
Singa kwetaga wabweru.
Wabweru tukozesa Global Weather Coat Emulsion.
Kusiiga gye musiiga. Ogwo omutindo ogusasulira sente zonna.
Guli wumite.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
The parent is Tuliahemwa Dixon. And the child is Tuliahemwa Esther.
Kambera gwete kwa muchisha ngo ishe watu yayebwa Esther wahangura school fees ngene na hateja shana amashemerwa gonka MTN momo eberewo mbeni nyegasta igana kaga ni 5 sta munana 0 hash kushashuro mwana school fees tokoma nyo muchisheri zagwijo wanje ninga nchaka ngwasa kuzo wawe mwebare munonga.
What if accessing government services became easier, faster, and closer to you? Introducing Service Uganda Centers, a new initiative designed to bring key government services closer to the people under one convenient location. Less movement from office to office, less unnecessary travel, better access to services and information. At the Service Uganda Centers, citizens will be able to access national ID services, passport processing, business registration, land and revenue services, and more, all in one convenient location. Whether you're in the city or a country, Service Uganda Centers are being designed with you in mind. Enjoy faster service, professional guidance, and a seamless customer experience. This is an initiative of the Government of Uganda, digitally powered by the National Information Technology Authority Uganda, NITA, under the Uganda Digital Acceleration Project Government Network. Service Uganda Centers, bringing services closer to the people.
Welcome back from the break. The Uganda Cancer Institute has appealed to corporate bodies to support in nutrition donation drives by mobilizing their members towards the life-saving cause. In this spirit, Rotary Club Kampala Metropolitan have donated nutritious food aid to the Uganda Cancer Institute in a bid to improve the health of children suffering from cancer. With over 2,000 patients being admitted yearly to the Uganda Cancer Institute, Rotary Club Kampala Metropolitan identified nutritious challenges.
Okay, cheers.
We have taken note that this facility admits over 2,000 children every year, and these are needy people who are battling cancer. These are very innocent children who come from families just like us, but unfortunately suffering from a terrible disease. As Rotarians, we come to support these people, at least with something to boost their diet as they receive treatment from.
Like our motion is nowadays, Rotary Yamba, we go the extra mile as Rotary to help out those in need, and it's on that background that we carry out this project every year as the Rotary Club of Kampala Metropolitan. Today we've donated a couple of essentials which include soap, sugar, ant porridge, which is very good for the nutrition of the children. We've donated sanitary towels for some who are in need, and many other items that I can't break down.
One of the focus areas is actually disease prevention, but under disease prevention, the hospital is already doing treatment of these children. So the only way we can support is to give at least something to boost their diet. The hospital reached out to us and mentioned that the children were having some needs with their diet, and we are here to cover that gap. So as Rotarians, we believe Rotary Eyamba, and we are here to support our community.
Komamboga Health Center 3 has commended government for the good collaboration it has with non-state actors in supporting the operations of the health center. This was echoed by Dr. Daphne Alol, the in-charge for Komamboga Health Center 3, while receiving mama kits from the Rotary Club of Mpelelwe.
Under the Maternal project to expectant mothers, the Rotary Club of Mpelelwe has donated mama kits to expectant mothers at Komamboga Health Center 3.
We came here purposely to give out mama kits to expectant mothers to overcome and reduce the mortality rates that happen to mothers while giving birth. That's the major reason as to why we decided to come here and do a donation, so that we can change their lives, and they will also create lasting impact through the donation and even helping the facility at large.
The management of Komamboga Health Center 3 commended the Rotary Club of Mpelelwe for supporting the safe motherhood.
Though we are a small facility, we have tried our level best to impact the community, and the community has confidence in us. That is why we are able to provide these services. We also work hand in hand with the community leaders to see that these services go on and mothers know the benefit of coming for antenatal care and hospital delivery.
The midwives commended the good gesture expressed by the Rotary Club of Mpelelwe.
We appreciate, because that is a big hand they've given to us as health care providers. The mama kits are not only for the mothers but also for us to make our work easier. When a mother has what to use in labor, it makes the healthcare provider provide service with joy. Yes, and I also appreciate the government for supporting the facility and supporting the mothers as well with requirements to help mothers deliver safely.
According to the management of Komamboga Health Center 3, the facility receives 80 to 150 expectant mothers per day and 2,500 to 3,000 deliveries annually.
Now, as the effects of climate change continue to threaten communities across Uganda, leaders in Wakiso district are urging residents to take greater responsibility for protecting the environment. During the district's World Environment Day celebrations held at Mende Kalema Memorial Primary School, officials called for an end to environmental destruction and encouraged sustainable use of natural resources.
Lands
remains some of the biggest environmental challenges facing Wakiso district. Speaking at the district's World Environmental Day celebrations in Mende, Wakiso District Chairperson Engineer Ian Cheyune warned that environmental degradation threatens livelihoods and future generations, urging residents to conserve natural resources while embracing sustainable development.
Change okukyusa embeera y'ensi ffenna tukirabyeko wano akasana katwokyezza abamu abagereesa amangu bagane ne katuuka ne mu mpale ndowooza mu nsawo naye akasana ako si ka bulijjo kitegeeza waliwo ekitatambula bulungi tusooke ffe twerwaneko oba oliawo gye bujja mu maaso embeera y'ensi eneddamu n'egoberera ekyaliwo edda. Waliwo okulwanagana wakati w'essente n'obutonde bw'ensi. Abantu baga nti nze njagala kutema muti gwange njokye amanda nfune ssente. Bala bagamba njagala kutema muti gwange kolemu embaawo nfune ssente. Naye ekyamazima kiri nti osobola okufuna ssente ng'oli mulamu, naye omufu omulwadde tafuna ssente. Omuti gw'otema bwe bulamu bwo.
Officials from the Ministry of Water and Environment praised Wakiso's conservation efforts.
Era buli lw'okwatanga akazindaalo ng'oyitibwa ku mukolo ne guba gwakambyula amawulire agakuuma obutonde bw'ensi gasoosowaze kubanga obutonde bw'ensi yennyaffe nabulamu era waatali obanga tokumiddwa bulungi obulamu obwaffe maneyane mye.
District officials urged collective environmental action and tree planting.
Ffenna abali wano nga buli omu asimbye omuti, that is action. Ffenna tuli bantu bangi wano, population ya Wakiso eri mu bukadde 3.4 oba n'okusingawo.
Gisimbibwa tulina emiti egy'enjawulo egy'ebibala abaana baffe kwasobola okulya so nga ate n'egyo egisobola okutuwa ebisiikirize.
Wakiso marked World Environmental Day under the theme Climate Action Begins With Us. I'm Bantu Machabe Semambo, reporting for UBC.
The parent is Tuliahewa Dixon. And the child is Tuliahewa Esther.
Kambera gwete kwa mugisha ngo ishe watuyahewa Esther wahangura school fees ngene na hateja shana amashemero gonka MTN momo eberewo mbeni nyegasta igana kaga ni 5 sta munana 0 hash kushashuro mwana school fees tokoma nyo mugisheri zagwijo wanje ninga nchaka ngwasa kuzo wawe mwebare munonga.
And now in sports, the Inspector General of Police, Abbas Biakagaba, has launched the third edition of the IGP Cup Games, which are intended to uplift the fitness levels of police officers and ensure better health through regular exercising. Biakagaba emphasized the need for officers to regularly involve themselves in sports activities, citing its importance in the development of the country.
As Uganda Police Force, we value sporting activities in all spheres because it helps our officers to remain physically fit as well as shed off work-related stress. On this note, I encourage all directorates, units, and departments to ensure that staff participate regularly in these activities. I also call upon all police officers to take it upon themselves to exercise regularly because it is good for your health. And as we know, health is wealth. But also broadly, we engage with our communities in such activities which helps us to serve better. We happen to appreciate each other, share challenges in our communities in a friendlier manner. This contributes to proactive and community-led policing.
Parents have been urged to guide their children towards discipline, responsible behavior and academic excellence to secure their future. The call was made by the head teacher of Makerere College School while receiving trophies won by learners in recent national school sports competitions in Mulawa, Kiira municipality.
All of them, but the best games we were winners was rugby, where a number of teams across Uganda participated at national level, regional and district level. So the tournament went on well, and in all the regions and national, we became winners. I'm here to appeal to parents that they should support children whenever they come up with their talents in terms of developing them, because it has a lot to do with their physical development, mental. I'm appealing to the parents not to buy phones only. Most of the students that are going in the holiday next week, you find them with phones at home, and they're on TikTok and other forms of social media, which I feel is destroying our youth. And I would like to appeal to most of them to engage in sports activities, because they train many of them to become strong men and women that can build our nation.
And you're all caught up in our lunchtime news bulletin this week. Thank you for watching to the very end. I'll see you here at 8 and 10 p.m. in our subsequent news bulletins. My name is Moureen Babirye. Good afternoon.